The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to Dueling Comedians, where two comedians clash to see whose comedy kills and who gets killed.
Figuratively speaking, of course.
All this to determine who claims the coveted Dueling Comedians trophy. This is Dueling Comedians.
That is 100% correct. That noise you hear buzzing between your ears is Dueling Comedians. I'm Tony V, the host of Dueling Comedians, because no one else wanted to do it. That's the only reason I have this job.
You're good at it, Tony.
Yeah, we're having a ball. And we have, this is a great day. It's a momentous, an epic, I'm going to say epic day, because we're starting our brackets category. And you guys are the first to be vying for the coveted Dueling Comedians wrestling belt. Right here in front of us. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Somebody at the end of this year is going home with that belt.
That's unbelievable.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
And you put that on your wedding pants, and the bride will not even be seen. That's all I know. So keep that in mind. I'm not putting any pressure on you. And let me introduce my guest today. To my right, your left, or however you might be in bed watching it upside down. I don't know. But this is Jeff Koen.
Thanks for having me.
A fine and talented comedian, helps run the New Hampshire Comedy Festival, the Hampton Beach Comedy Festival, among other things. Works with Dave Radigan at Scamps Comedy, and a fine and talented comedian. And on my other side, whatever side that is to you, is Max Shultz. Yeah. How are you, Max?
Doing well. How are you?
Thanks for coming by and doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This is a good show for me because, Jeff, you and I know each other for many, many years. And Max, I don't know you at all.
No.
I know your name. I've heard it around.
That's enough.
Yeah. We trust you're a comedian. You said you were.
Yeah.
And we believed you.
Hey,
I trust that other people tell me that.
Let's get Max's mic up a little bit.
Max, a little closer.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that?
Did you hear that voice?
Right.
Did you hear that high-pitched voice, that whine in your ear? That is my good friend and sidekick, Laugh Track Larry.
Hey, Tony. So I was on vacation.
You were.
That's why I'm a little more mellow.
You're a little mellow today because of vacation. Yeah.
It was great.
You know, you seem to be one of those guys where it'd be hard to tell when you're on vacation or not.
Oh, I really enjoyed it.
Did you do anything fun?
I sat in a chair.
Nice.
That's what we're doing up here.
And I smoked a cigar.
Really?
That was it.
Yeah. Wow.
I saw wild horses.
You saw wild?
Yeah, they couldn't drag me away.
They could. Wow. Yeah, it was
I saw them.
You saw? Where were they? They're not in your home.
On the beach.
Oh, on the beach. What beach was that?
I think I was in the Outer Banks. I just get on the plane. My wife tells me to.
Best way to live your life,
then
Larry.
we land somewhere.
Yeah.
And she tells me left, right,
Look,
whatever,
right.
and then we're there.
And look at the horses.
The wild ones.
Wild horses.
They say they were.
Yeah. You didn't know if they weren't partying or snorting blow or anything, right?
I have no way to know that.
Right. All right. Well, it sounds like you had a good time.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it was something.
Hey,
I can't wait till I do it again.
Yeah. All right. Someday you will, I'm sure.
All right.
All right. He's had a lot of coffee today.
Hey, that's all
You
right.
got to excuse him. If I didn't mention this, we are at the Studio 21 Podcast Center, high atop the Two Guys Smoke Shop in Salem, New Hampshire. And I am smoking a $34 cigar because of them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. Let me say this. All the cigars I've smoked up until this point this year have added up to $34. And this is the jewel in my crown of cigars.
You're starting off right with the first episode of the Big Duel for the year. So
Yeah. So it's good. Yeah. I guess it's a fitting way to do it.
it's a celebration cigar.
Yeah. So what have you been up to, Jeff?
Well, I've been, doing comedy out there, trying to, just grind it out, and very fortunate to be involved in a little project with our buddy Justin McKinney.
Justin McKinney, yeah,
we
fine and talented comedian.
Unbelievable guy, and we filmed a little thing, and we're going to put it in the festivals and see what happens. You
Nice.
never know.
You know, he's one of those guys that's always working on something. He works on the craft, and I have the utmost respect for Justin.
Yeah, he says hello, by the way.
And hello. He won't do my show, but
We'll talk him into it. We'll talk him into
it. That's all right. Yeah. So what, does it have a title yet, or is it?
It's called Suck It Up.
Suck It Up.
Suck It Up. Yeah.
That sounds like a Justin McKinney
it's a funny,
kind of a thing.
Yeah. You know how you film these things and then you don't really know. My acting ability isn't great, but I've seen some
But you've
edits.
done movies before.
I have, yeah. But you know, you get nervous with that stuff. You
Right.
want to do a good job.
Sure.
It's a big deal. There was money put into it, so
Right.
I saw some edits. It looks really good, and we'll see what happens. You never know, right?
Anytime I'm doing a film, I find the second AD or the first AD, the people with all the power on the film,
Right.
and I go, look, my whole job is to not break your film.
Right. That's how I felt.
Right. Whatever it is, if this thing sucks, it's not going to be because of me.
Yeah.
That's all I can promise you.
That is good advice.
So you show up and do your best.
Know your lines and do what you got to do.
And now, Max, how about you? Where do you work? Where can people see you?
Life has made it busy for me, but lately I've been doing stand-up a lot at the Strange Brew open mic in Manchester, New Hampshire. I did the Winter Circle last Tuesday in Salisbury. I'll be reappearing there a bunch. I did Sean Carter's show at Maggie's Lounge last Monday. And,
so you're
Quincy.
moving up the ranks. You're moving along, which is good. Where do you live?
Haverhill.
In Haverhill.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yep.
Pretty central to nothing in particular.
No, not in this field, no.
Yeah, no.
I got all the highways. That's about it.
Yeah, but I guess if you can get on 495, you can
really
get
easy.
anywhere as long as it's not 530. And what got you into how long you been doing stand-up?
This month makes 5 years.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
this month
great.
is 5 years.
Hey, happy anniversary.
Thanks.
That is high praise coming from Laugh Track Larry right there.
This month makes 5 years.
Last time he wished a happy anniversary to somebody was a couple, and they got divorced the next day.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so just tread lightly is all I'm saying.
In point of fact, it wasn't a full day.
It wasn't a whole
Not 24 hours, no.
No, right. It was the light hours.
Right.
Right. Yeah. His mind is a dark place, Larry's. When he's not thinking, he grows mushrooms up there. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. So it's been moving steady along for you, and you've been having a good time.
Yeah, I've been able to, whether it be like a show for myself or doing open mics, I've done stand-up in most of the major cities in the country so far, and I've driven around a bunch.
You two might be good people to talk to about this, because that's an avenue I tell people all the time who can't break in, or they're having a hard time breaking into clubs or established places. Start your own fucking show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you've done that.
I have a little bit. I get stressed out with that, though, because you don't know if the comics are going to show up and, that kind of thing. So I usually just pass that right over to our buddy Dave Radigan.
Yeah.
And let him take the stress.
Dave's been at it for a long time.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's exactly how this show runs. I invite people. No, I invite people.
Right.
I have no idea if they're going to show.
Yeah.
It's comedians I'm dealing with. We're the worst people in the world. Like, I'm the most responsible comedian I know, and I'm awful.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
You're right.
I am.
And I thought, wow, Tony is awful.
Yeah.
Then I started dealing with others.
Yeah.
You're great.
Yeah, more. Yeah, it's that the one-eyed man is a king among the blind. That's how it works.
You're at the top of the awful heap.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I'm susupremely awful. Yes, I am.
The best at it.
So, what's been your best, Max? Your best experience in comedy so far?
Best experience in comedy. I don't.
He hasn't had one yet. This is great.
Yeah,
it's actually average for
right now. No,
this is it. Wow, it's in
a roundabout way. I guess comedy led to me writing my first book, even though it's not a comedy book.
Oh,
so I'm gonna go with that.
There you go.
That's something. Yeah, it put you in the mood, and you wrote a book.
My first book, which was not meant to even be a book and not meant to be about comedy, ended up kind of being about comedy and was a 21 essay thing that came out a couple of years ago. So
nice.
I'll say that was
not
the best
nothing.
thing. Yeah,
I haven't written a book. I haven't even read a book.
Hey, that's my problem with sales.
Right.
Good answer.
Yeah, thanks. People go, "This is a book," and I go, "I'll take your word for it."
Yeah.
I see the words on the page. I assume they mean something.
Yes, there's a story somewhere.
Yeah, and what about you? Jeff?
My best comedy experience?
Yeah.
It's probably because like we were talking about my buddy Justin, I opened for him at like the Palace and these big theaters that are packed and he's got great art. So like those experiences awesome.
That's great.
Being
That's
in
great.
front of 1,000 people.
Now, how can people get a hold of you quickly?
JeffKeown.com, JeffKoen.com.
And Max?
MaxwellShultz.com or MaxwellShultz at MaxwellShultz.com or MaxwellShultz@gmail.com.
There you go. Any of those.
Yeah.
It's going to seem like we went away for a minute, but we're going to be sitting right here waiting with bated breath for you all to come back and listen to the duel.
You're listening to Dueling Comedians. Now streaming on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. This wicked pissa show will be right back.
Attention cigar smokers or even friends of cigar smokers. If you're looking to relax with a nice premium cigar or looking for a great gift for a cigar smoker, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Our friends at twoguyscigars.com have created the Cigar of the Month Club. For just $24.99 per month, you or your friend that you're gifting will receive 4 premium handmade cigars every month, and shipping and handling is included. Go to twoguyscigars.com, that's the number 2guyscigars.com, and find the Cigar of the Month Club in the menu and sign up. It's that easy. You can stop at any time, but you won't. There's no contract. It is just a tremendous deal. Go to twoguyscigars.com, that's the number 2guyscigars.com, find the Cigar of the Month Club, and sign up. At the same time, if you want to learn about the cigars you receive each month, you can smoke along with them on their own podcast called The Cigar Authority. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice premium cigar from our friends at twoguyscigars.com.
Can we smoke?
We are still here. This is Dueling Comedians, and the duel is about to begin. You just asked me a question I don't know the answer to. Can we smoke a cigarette, Larry?
I'm looking at the audience. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, the coffin nails are okay.
Okay, smoke them.
I mean,
Fantastic.
if it makes him funnier.
Yeah, I think
for
so.
it.
Yeah, but that's never come up before.
As it turns out, I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, because as we know, cigarettes are horrible for you. Cigars,
However,
on the other hand, are the thing that makes life worth living.
right.
Yeah, I always love it when people are smoking and they'll go, that smoking's going to kill you. And I go, yeah, but it's keeping you alive right now. Because if I wasn't smoking, I would punch you right in the throat. So let's just thank God for small favors, is what I'm saying.
Sure.
What's the thought behind that? The cigarettes you inhale and the cigar?
Yeah, for the most part, you're not taking the cigar smoke into your lungs.
Right.
It gets there. I just read a thing that said that they're finding people getting lung cancer from vaping.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Right.
Saw that.
And they go, we don't know why. I don't know. Perhaps sucking a poisonous gas through a nipple.
battery.
Yeah, through a nipple that everyone else has had in their mouth has something to do with it.
Yeah,
but
could be.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
Yeah, and they do those big dragon exhales.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 10 cigars.
It seems like it gets like down to their toes.
I don't know where it goes.
It's not all lung. I know that.
I
But
actually follow someone on the Instagram, and they do crazy things with that vape smoke.
really,
Little loops.
Oh,
and
tricks,
who knows?
yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
I don't get it.
I'm fascinated by
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, are you really?
I really am.
Yeah. It's a good thing. Listen, you got to do something to know you're alive. That's all I know.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah,
Well,
sure. Of
the
course.
Instagram has some good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, the Instagram's great. My favorite thing on Instagram is idiots getting hurt.
That's good.
Do you ever
yeah,
watch
it's the
that?
best.
It's the best thing ever. And if you don't know it, it's called Idiots Getting Hurt, and you don't need to know anything else about it. It's fucking idiots getting hurt.
I was going to ask what it's about.
It's about idiots getting hurt. And here's the thing. I will sit in bed and watch and just cackle out loud by myself because it's so funny. Because the thing to me about idiots getting hurt is when you see the first frame, you know exactly what's going to happen to the person, and they don't.
Right.
there's a guy at the top of a rope swing holding it. You go, oh, knees right into the boulder. That's 30 feet in front
I
of
never
you.
saw it, but I bet at least 20% of them start with watch this.
Watch this. Yeah. Or a lot of them start with, no way, you ain't got the balls. And then it goes from there.
Yeah, or the buddy that's like, you got it. You
got this. Yeah. You got this. Yeah. So it's dueling time. Wow. You hear that music? Hope you did.
Wow.
Sometimes I hear shit no one else does. 80s catch up with me in a big, big way.
I was in the 80s too.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do. All right, so I'm going to hit this button, and Jeff, we're going to go with you first.
Okay.
So 4 punchlines, and the duel is on. And remember, the belt is on the line.
So I'm a heavy guy, right? And I hate going out to eat with skinny guys because they say stupid things all the time. I went out with my skinny friend to eat. We sit down, get the menu. He looks at me. He says, hey, you want to go splitsies on something? I said, what? He says, yeah, splitsies. You want to split something? I said, I'm wearing a bib right now. Does it look like I want to split something? Last thing I split in a restaurant was my pants.
So recently I came up on accident. I think I came up with a say a derogatory term that I don't think has been used before. I think it's okay that I use it. I'm Italian. It's about Italian people, and we live in New England, so I think it's fitting. Why don't we call Boston Italian police officers guinea pigs?
So we going rapid fire?
Yeah, you go. Yeah, you go next. I'm just trying to light my cigar.
Yeah,
don't worry about me.
You'll be able to do it. So doing things alone, people think it's weird. I went to the movies once by myself, and I don't think it's weird. I guess it's a little weird if you're a guy my age and the movie you're going to see is one of these Disney children's movies. And I went to see the movie Frozen by myself. The little boy I sat next to was frozen with fear. Oh.
I was on a road trip recently, and I passed one of those billboards. You've all seen them. It's the billboard that changed like every 4 seconds. They change to a different ad, and I have to believe I saw these in the right order because in my head they don't make sense anywhere else. The first ad with a black backdrop, small letters said 365 24/7, no other context. Second billboard, white backdrop, significantly bigger, black letters said cancer. Now it's 2 against 1, no other context. The third billboard I thought was going to be about a hospital or a charity organization or something like that. Instead, it is the ad that you all could picture probably pretty well in your brains. It's the giant white, pink, and purple lettering that says T-Mobile, new unlimited data plan. And so my thinking was one of two things has to be true. Either somebody at the billboard company fucked up. That's more likely. Or, as an optimist, I guess, my hopeful decision is T-Mobile is making strides in fighting cancer. But their ad guy's really bad at his job, but like he's buddies with the CEO, so they can't fire him. They just let him goof off. And that's what the ad was.
Tony, I'm a single guy always looking for ladies. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I think I have a little bit of an advantage because I have a boat.
You have a boat?
I do. I have a boat. And when you tell a woman you have a boat, they're very impressed, you know, until they find out that you live on that boat. And that boat is actually not in the water. And that it's my father's boat and I'm not supposed to be on it anyway. Kind of screwed that up.
We really like that one.
I guess
Larry.
so, wow.
LTL.
So, strangely often in my adult life, people ask me the question, Max, what are you? And by which I mean, I say, what do you mean? And they say, what ethnicity are you? And I would go, well, I'm a white guy. I don't know if this is an audio format. Like, I'm a white guy. But then I say, honestly, I'm German and Italian. We lost the war, but I wasn't really rooting for us.
So, Tony, you must get recognized from fans and stuff once in a while, right?
Periodically, yeah. Usually when I go, hey, I'm Tony V.
Yeah. Well, I got recognized in Walmart the other day. I mean, this guy was following me around taking pictures like crazy. I figured maybe he's a fan, maybe saw a show or something, wants an autograph.
Sure.
Come to find out he wasn't a fan. He just works for that website, Disgusting People of Walmart.
So I did an open mic a little while ago, and there was this old guy in the room, and he was, and I cannot stress this enough, the oldest person I've ever seen. Like at the time, he had to have been in his mid-90s, and he's by himself, and he told me, I come to this open mic once a week, every week. It's my favorite part of the week. I love seeing the young kids do new stand-up. And I said, that's great. And he looks around, and he goes, but do you want to know the real reason I come here? And I said, yeah. He goes, you want to know the real reason I come here? I said, of course. What are you going to tell me? And he goes, I come here every week because I am praying that one of these weeks, one of these kids tell me a joke that is so funny, so goddamn funny that I die. And then I got on stage and I bombed, and I couldn't have been happier to not murder this man.
Wow. What was that me that
the
was going to die?
You're not old, Larry.
Oh, good.
You're just seasoned.
If you're mid-90s, you look great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just.
If you're mid-20s, you look terrible.
Well, somewhere in between.
I had my insurance company call me and offer me a free medic alert pendant.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't feel old until that happens. They go, are you over 50? And I go, yeah. And they go, well, you qualify for a medic alert pendant.
I mostly get the hearing aid stuff.
Email
or mail, snail mail about
people
hearing
also
aids.
want me to give a shit about my family burying me.
Yeah, I don't care.
Look, when I'm dead, it's on them. Do what you want with me. Just recycle me, put me out in the trash. My race is run, my friends.
Well, my wife was complaining about the cost of my life insurance.
Yeah.
I said, well, don't pay it. She said, well, I don't have to pay. I said, I'm going to be dead.
Dead, right.
I don't care.
Right. If it keeps you from having a couple more drinks at the bar with one of my friends when I'm gone, so be it.
She paid it, so my life is still at risk.
Always. All right. It was a tough one, yeah?
It was.
Yeah.
And I got to say, the burden of judgment weighs heavy with the belt on the line.
Yes. Heavy is the head that wears the belt.
And I just zoomed into the belt. You see what I did?
Oh, you did a little. Yeah, I see it now. It's right there. You're really good, man.
Yeah, well, I had to describe that for the listeners who can't see it.
Right, in case we have any people who are not listening.
The blind viewers.
Right. Would they be blind viewers?
There could be.
You don't know.
They could be not watching it on YouTube, so they could be. Well,
right. Do you think the sight impaired would actually stare at the box while they're listening, or just?
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But you knew that.
Yeah, I know you would.
So here's the thing.
There's a thing.
There's always a thing. You know that, Tony.
It's always a thing.
So I was very impressed by Max's T-shirt.
Thank you.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, Rolling Stone, sure. Nothing better.
I mean.
So that gave him a little bit of an edge.
Well, right off the
bat.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean.
Can't blame you.
He's wearing a Red Sox hat. They're not having the other one.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. I turned my head. Yeah. When I saw what I wasn't looking at, I said it must be the other guy.
Right, for the visually impaired, Tony looked in the wrong direction.
Right, but I quickly recovered.
As I recall, the Red Sox kind of suck right now.
Yeah, yes. I mean, overall. But they've won the last 5 games in a row. So there's a little hope.
I was totally unaware of that.
Yeah.
That changes everything.
He was in a chair, weren't you listening?
Right. But 3 of them were with Baltimore, so it doesn't really count. They might as well be playing us.
You're just lucky to get out of there alive.
Right.
I mean, that's the situation in Baltimore.
During one of those games, the Baltimore catcher got hit in the nuts. And it was the funniest thing I've ever heard on radio with the announcers trying to say everything but he got hit in the nuts. Oh, he took that one squarely. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, he's gone from his head on the pavement to his head. He's looking up now. That's a good sign. The umpire immediately called for the medical staff. I'll go, he took one right in the jewels. That one did.
That could almost be on your Instagram.
Yeah. That could be idiots getting hurt. Yeah. Sure, could be.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm not saying he was an idiot.
No. Go ahead. Oh, that means he made a decision.
Yeah, I guess so.
Please, God.
After careful deliberation, the winner is Jeff with the last name I can't pronounce.
Thank you
congratulations,
thank you,
Jeff.
Tony.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
You
brother.
move on to the final round.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's great. Max, you did a great job.
Thank you so
nice
much.
to meet you. Quickly again, how do they get a hold of you?
JeffKeown.com.
MaxwellShultz.com, or just look up Maxwell Shultz on Facebook.
Can't thank you guys enough for joining us. We will be here as long as no one knows where they can find us. That's all I know. If anyone ever finds out where we are, we're in deep trouble. Keep listening to Dueling Comedians at the Studio 21 podcast or wherever fine podcasts are had. I'm Tony V. I'll see you before you see me. Thanks, Larry.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.